search the title. So when you're writing the XPath using the title, you can go with that one. So hey, hello guys, welcome back. So in this lecture I am going to discuss about the web elements in the DOM. So in last video we have understand what is the document object model, and now we are going to discuss about the web element, or you can say the web objects in the DOM. Web elements are very important because if we can understand the web elements, then we can write the locators easily. So on my screen you can see this is the one example of the web elements. Okay, so all the web elements start from the less than symbol and closing with the greater than symbol. So within the less than and the greater than symbols, whatever you are saying, we call as the completely as the web element. Okay, now let's understand the properties of this web element. So this is the one single web element which is present on the DOM. Okay, now let's understand the properties of this web element. So now this input, so after the less than equal to sign, so immediate whatever you are saying we call as the tag name. Okay, and whatever you are seeing here like the ID, type and the placeholder, before the equal to sign, whatever you are saying we call as the attributes. Okay. These are the attributes, or you can see that as a properties. Okay. So basically we call as a attributes and we use this word, this is the attribute. So ID attributes. So now you can understand when we are talking about the types of the locators, we were talking about the ID attributes. So this is called the ID attributes. Type is also the attribute. So how will you identify this is the attributes? So whatever on the left side of the equal to sign you are seeing, we call as the attribute, and whatever on the right side of the equal to sign, whatever you are seeing like the input, search the Google or the type a URL, we call as the attribute values. So this is the important things to know, because by understanding this one you can write the complete locators, XPath with the ID, with the class name and the name. So these things are very important in the automation testings. If you can understand the web element properties, then you can easily write the locators. So the input we call as the tag name, and before the equal to sign, the ID, type and the placeholder we call as the attributes, and on the right side of the equal to sign like the input, and the values are in the double quotes. So here you can see the input in the double quotes, and the search is also in the double quotes, and the search Google and type a URL also in the double quotes. So these are the values of the attributes, and this is complete a one web element. Okay, and Selenium WebDriver is going to interact with this one web elements, how we are writing our automation script using the locators and the Selenium web API methods. Now let's understand by the another example. So you can see this is the one div login and the div. So this is also the one web element, and this is the opening element and this is the closing element, and whatever you are seeing within this one, this is the tag text. So this is another example of the web element, and we are seeing the login is the tag text. So whatever you are seeing before the div and the closing of the elements in the HTML DOM, you can see this is the text, and we call as the tag text. So basically we use this one for the link text. So when we are going to write the locators using the link text or the partially linked text, we can deal such type of the web element in the DOM. And sometimes you see the web elements with the anchor tag. So you can see this is the anchor tag. So A define the anchor, and this is the link. Okay, this I took the Gmail link. So when we click on the Gmail, it will navigate to the mail.google.com. So this is kind of the link, and it is having the hyper reference. So this is the attribute, and this is the value of the attributes. Okay, and this is having also the class. So this is the anchor elements. Now finally what we understood, tag name always come after the less than sign. In the web element, whatever you are seeing the immediate after the less than sign, you can see the tag name, and before the equal to sign you can see the attribute, and after the attribute equal to sign you will see the attribute value. Okay, an attribute value always come in the double quotes in the string format. Okay, and whatever you are seeing, the opening tag and the closing tag, this is the tag text. Okay? So this you should understand about the web elements. These are very important to understand. Okay, so let's understand the web element more by seeing these examples. So this is the www.google.com. Now here you can see the Google search box is there. Okay, and here you can see the Gmail link is there. Here the images link is there. So let me inspect the Google search box. So I will right click on this one. I will select the inspect, and then you can see this is the one web element. So it is highlighting this one. So if I take this one, so this is the arrow you can take, and you can go to the Google search box, the text box, whatever elements you want to inspect, you click on this one, then it will highlight in the gray format. So this is called the one web element. Okay, now how you can take this web element, right click on this one, copy and copy the element. Okay, paste it here, right? So now let's understand this web element. Okay, I just copy the whole web element. So now here you can see this is the less than symbol. Okay, and this is the greater than symbol. Google, and if I search with another the web element on this page, so let's search the Gmail. So I will inspect this one and it will give me the web element for the Gmail link. So I will right click, I will copy the element and let paste it here. So this is the another web element. So both are the different web element here. So in this web elements, after this one, so A is the tag name and class is the attribute, and this is the attribute value. So these things you must understand, what is the tag name, what is the attribute, and what is the attribute value, because we are going to write the XPath and the other locators using these three things only. So if you understand these three things, you can easily write any locators without wasting your time. Okay, and if you want to inspect any the web element on this page, so you can see, you can take your inspector, you can go to the images, and here it will give me all the images. Okay, these are all the images are here. So this is the another web element. So I'm going to copy this web element and paste it here. Okay, now you understand what are the web elements. Okay, now whatever you are seeing here, so the images, this is the tag text. Okay, when we are going to deal with the linked text, partially linked text, or text method with the XPath, then we are going to deal with this text. Okay, this is the tag text, because this is having the less than, and this is having the greater than, and middle of this one you can see the text. Okay, so whatever on between these two you are seeing, this is called the tag text. This is another example of the web element. Input is the tag name, class is the attribute, and this is the attribute value. And if I go inside this one, so if I can see, this is a max length. So the max length is the attribute. Okay, this is the attribute and this is the attribute value. And here we have the name. Okay, so when we are writing the locators using the name, so we are taking the name as an attribute. Okay, this name as an attribute, and this value, this we call as the attribute value when we are dealing with the type. Okay, so this is the another attribute and the attribute value, so you can use this one also. And here we have the search, the title. So when you are writing the XPath using the title, you can go with that one. So the title is the attribute, and this is your attribute value, and here we have the value. Now challenge is that we have the multiple locators on the one web elements. Okay. Now which one we should pick? I should pick the name, type, title, and the input. Which one I should pick? That we will understand when we are going to understand each and every locators one by one.